Now, our White House correspondent, Major Garrett, he'll be sitting in for Bob Schieffer this Sunday on Face the Nation. Major, good morning.
Good morning.
More on these phone calls. Why did the president do it, and what will it mean?
Well, the president made the calls because the White House understands that if it makes a continued public appeal to increase pressure on Republicans, it can't not talk to those Republicans it's trying to pressurize. These were perfunctory calls. They didn't kickstart or jumpstart or in any way start negotiations. They were a part of the play that the White House knows the president has to go through. And as Nora pointed out, Republicans said, wait a minute. The Senate Democrats need to put something forward. House Republicans in the previous Congress, which means it has no validity now, did pass two alternatives to avoid these sequestration cuts. They'd like to see the Senate Democrats come up with something. Until that happens, the House Republicans aren't going to budge.
And so on those House Republicans, Major, we know Congress is out there on vacation this week. They're back next week. Do you think there's any division within the Republican Party that Republicans might cave?
There is division, but there is no sign that they're going to cave presently. And the division is over defense cuts. Several months ago, Republicans wanted to avoid these across-the-board spending cuts to protect the Defense Department. Well, they're now under the impression politically that they can't move. They can't put together the votes after raising taxes to give up spending cuts that are already in federal law. Republicans bank on those cuts going into federal law, and until the president comes up with an alternative set, they're going to grin and bear it until public pressure changes, and they're not calculating at the moment it will change rapidly enough to avert the crisis before March 1st.
Major, the president seems to think he's in the driver's seat, but is there political risk here for him?
Well, look, there is one risk. He is the central voice in what is becoming the latest budget drama in Washington. And if you're the central voice, you're the central player, the central actor in that drama. Republicans are, for the most part, adopting a strategy of near invisibility on this, saying, hey, it's federal law. The president needs to come up with a remedy. And also the president has this risk. By saying all these terrible things could happen right at March 1st, and as Bill pointed out, the White House now concedes those terrible things, should they occur, won't happen rapidly. The public could say, maybe the president cried wolf and not be so certain that he was right about all of these dramatic, dangerous, terrible consequences that he warned them about.
Major Garrett, thanks. And